What's up, guys? So this is gonna be the week 43 recap. Um, Started off the week uh pretty crappy with OEG. I was looking for a gap and extension, so I was looking for it to pop to pre-market highs. Um, Started scaling in. I'm not really sure on to be completely honest, like why I started scaling in. This is 2 million volume, like crazy volume. I had double top up here. I added to it after the blow up volume, peaked at over 3 million on this bar. Um, so I was looking for the pop and fell $6 pre-market high. Got in like 590s. I do it at 610. It fell down. It didn't hit my first target. It came back up. I trailed some. Wicking out. I shorted or I recycled what I covered. I covered at J lines. Um, then honestly, like I should have just like trailed this thing. I don't think that I should have. I needed to like pay attention. It's like where I covered, there's no volume, but then all of a sudden volume starts increasing again, and by the time I reshorted, it's over a million again. Like this is a long setup right here, and should have cut it off, but I wasn't looking at the big picture. I was so focused that this is gonna fade all the way down. I was gonna have a big day. Um, so I recycled and then I cut it all off up here. I was red on it. Reshorted. Um, Big breakout of the high a day. Um, but this is so like one thing I have been getting good at is not like sizing in accordingly. Like the rules, with gap and extension, like I'm not supposed to go in full size, so I started scaling in small size. This thing did hit, but I didn't want to cover it because I was in small size, and even if I did cover, I was still going to be red because I was only in partial. What I was looking for is this thing to fail, reject, but that's not what the market gave me. It hit my target. I should have covered. It's crazy because it. This is why I love doing these things because this didn't even click until right now. I was talking to some guys I trade with, and we're talking about how they can't scale in because they're not using big enough size, or uh like certain different things. But like I was telling them, I was like, you're going about it wrong. You're thinking about the money instead of trading the setup. Well, I did the same thing. The same advice I was giving them, I didn't take my own advice. Like this is setup is to cover partial here and then on all the targets. If I was presented with an opportunity to add more size, then I'm able to add more size. Um, what I'm thinking I was wanting to do was add up around here more size. That way I have like less risk. But then that still would have been breaking the rules because I was in the size that I was supposed to be in here. At least from what I can remember, or like I'm sure that I was in the max size I should be using at this time. Um, if I would have covered here, I could have added what I covered back up here, had the same average, and then recycle it. Um, but I slammed the bid. Um, like I'm pretty sure I was trying to get this size up here. It didn't happen. I canceled, slammed the bid. By the time I slammed the bid, I covered way the hell down here. I missed my cover, and then that's just when things started getting bad. Because like, man, like I could have made a good chunk of my red day back if I would have got this cover. I added when it popped back up here. I thought it was going to be like another fake breakout of six. And then I hit my max loss. But when I was hitting my max loss, pulled the 9 EMA, I have like a window that pops up saying you hit your max loss. Um, and I click out of it because I'm like, no, 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 I'm not going to cover my max loss. I'm not going to cover and hit my max loss. Well, because I didn't cover and hit my max loss, I lost like an extra $70 because I was being stubborn. Which sucks because like in my head, I was so dead set down, but where my final cover was here. I mean, this thing went for another $2 in after hours, so that would have, man, that would have sucked. I mean, yeah, sure, eventually it went back down, but like, I can guarantee I wouldn't have been sleeping uh that night at all. I would have been freaking out and trying how you trade. So I reset. Um, at the same time, I did have oh, so I never mind. I lied. I didn't hit over my max loss because I on the same day traded AEMB. So that, okay, that makes more sense. Um, yeah, once again, this is another pump extension, so I was only in partial size. I shorted and I just covered. I hit my max, so it was done. Um, then next day I came back. I had a good day. Um, traded SLND, but I'm short in front side, which isn't good. Even though I'm in smaller size, still like I mean these cuts add up. I shorted, covered, shorted, covered, shorted, covered, and I was actually having another conversation with somebody, and I have the same issue. Like if I have a decent sized loss, I want to make it back the next day. I want to make all of it back. So I'm shooting for like these home run trades. If I would just stayed calm and patient, like I mean, these are all high volume. Like there's all over a million in a 1 minute candle. Wait for it to top out. Like like here, like this short wouldn't have been horrible. Like with smaller size, like that would have been a decent risk reward, but it held the 9 EMA. It started curling back up, cut it off, break even. I need to have like much better risk management. Um, but in this isn't huge size, 10 cents, but like I start using bigger size, that's gonna suck. So I found the top and up here. I shorted, covered, recycled, cover. Did I ever hit my final cover? I don't think I hit my final cover because I hit my max. Or no, I don't know why the heck I didn't show this. Huh. I don't know. I guess I'd take my final cover here. Um, then I traded U1 and things popping up. I take the stuff at 13, sorted. Uh, this I do know I was in small size because it's $13. I cover down here. I trend line break. Um, lower volume. Like I could have added what I covered down here over here, but luckily I didn't. I don't know why I slammed the bid again. I covered, cycled, covered. I cut it all off. Money. CPHI. I traded a lot. Um, this was a pump. Got called in the room. Um, Squeezed up, went para, um, for the lower high, cover, trailed. Nice, simple, easy trade. Um, that was it for that day. And I had a killer day yesterday. It's like one of the best days I've ever had. Um, I traded good. I wasn't worried about the money. I was trading the setups, and I shorted here. I don't exactly remember where the heck I covered at. Oh yeah, that's because I do remember I covered at one of the J lines. I'm pretty sure this thing trailed. I covered at my second and third. And really like it's like a decent. I remember I had my trail claim, so I probably cut it off like right here. It's pretty simple and easy, but like since I mean there wasn't much range, I wasn't watching it like the hawk. Um, I didn't really care honestly. I was too much or too focused on ears. Um, it's pretty big. Um, thing popped up. I shorted stuff at 50s or going in 50s, sort of scaling in. I added up to the full size I was allowed to use. I covered. Nice and simple. Once it topped out, it just died. And is a good trade. I took time. I took PT. I got a little bit FOMO. Cut up at the very beginning. Short cover, short cover. All the stuff. Exhaustion of the volume. I scaled in. Um, I was in smaller size. This is where I went in full size because this would have been an A plus setup. I trimmed off some of it. Uh, Popped down here. I trimmed some more off. I recycled. Cover. I'm almost positive that I covered down my final target. But it was BTNR was another one that popped up like afternoon. Uh, Another call in the room popping up. I actually wanted this higher. I didn't have very big size on this thing. I shorted up here. I was looking for a break to 10, so I was like a sixth of the size I was going to use. I covered the last over here. Bounced from the view up, reclaimed 90, and like I crushed it. Like yesterday was awesome, but then I did another mistake, and that makes me sad. Holy shit. Anyways, well, so here's a learning lesson. This is why, like, you stay calm and patient because, man, I missed a killer move. So this is how I traded it. This is how I should have traded it. So this thing opened below J lines. I was looking for a pop. It started stuffing out for a second. I scaled in a little bit, popped up and I covered. And I was looking for a pop up to here around the $14 is what the plan was. Is either to short the 14 or short 37. I started scaling in when I saw it topping out up over here. Short, covered. I recycled, cut it off for a small loss. This thing popped up, so it was kind of spready, like it was bouncing all over the damn. Um, I shorted at 14. I have filled at like 1389s. Uh, but I went in too big a size. Like this is a $13 stock, it rips 20, 30 cents in like a few seconds. So the bigger size, I say I hit my max loss, but like the reason that like my max loss is like it sucks to take a max loss, but my max loss is like a third of what like a good day is for me. Not a third, like half of what a regular normal day of trading is. So like my max loss is really small, so that way I don't wreck my account. But it still sucks because you know I'm trading it wrong. Like I could have a bigger max loss, but like there's no need for that. I need to learn how to trade better. Like this is not good trading at all. Like, you know, uh big volume. I shouldn't have shorted here. The plan was to short up around, 370s, $14. So this I have absolutely no problem with this short whatsoever. When it came back up, I also have no problem with recycling here because the volume is much lower. I had a nice tight stop. Everything was good. This is the one that like I went in too big a size. So like over here, actually this one I do have a problem with because this one I did go in full size on this one. Because I thought they was gonna pop into here and then possibly just fade off. As being dumb. Uh, if I wanted to, I should start off with like literally a sixth of my size here. Like, I mean, I could have literally, if I was in with my size, I could have let it hit high a day, and I would have just been fine. I mean, like, I could have. Like, it'd still be a shitty trade if I did do that, but like, I could have done that and not even came remotely close to my max loss. But this is when balls in here, that's 13, 18, 20 cents full size, like that's a pretty big size loss. That sucked. Um, like I said, I didn't have a problem here. Um, but then this, it like I'm pretty sure I was still down after all of this. Even with this loss, which is this is a big range, like it's almost 60, 70 cents, depending on where my average was. I mean, I took a lot of my loss off with this win, just right here. But then this little cut depends on like exactly where I filled. I just kind of like click, look at the chart, click. But this one is where it sucks because I know I loaded the boat here because it popped and failed here. But like that's the problem. Like I've been doing so good that I never should have went in full size here. At the most, I should have went in like fourth size. So I deserve this max loss because I sized in wrong. Um, so yeah, sucks. But I, I'm gaining an experience. This isn't the first time this has happened to me. So I'm starting to pick up on patterns of like things I need to watch, things I need to improve on. Um, Still green on the week, but really well. But like, man, if I like, even if I would have only been in with like fourth size and I would have waited, how I've been trading, you know, volume divergence, popping over 1450, lower volume, like this is like stuff's here, opens here. Even if I didn't get the short here, say I got a short here or a short here, like look at the volume. Volume's just dead. I mean, that's crazy. 1430s. My targets have been 1345, 1270s. probably, I don't know if I would have covered right there. I probably been like, full 32s, but like that's a huge like that would have been great. And then another one I was watching was I'm watching. It doesn't matter, but because I didn't trade it. Um, I'm just learning. I'm trying to piece it all together. I'm starting to find a lot more consistency. I'm starting to have really uh good days are outweighing the bad days. So I just gotta, clear my head and trade the way I know how to trade. The shitty thing is Jay was literally talking to me right before open about this. Staying calm, not having FOMO. So yeah, you know, I gotta brush this off. I gotta learn from it. I gotta review it, all that kind of stuff, and improve. But yeah, man, that really sucks. That like this would have been. I bet there's so many guys in the room that are just freaking out right now because they just crushed it. Um, but that's what I get for getting too anxious, and it is what it is. So you guys have a good week. Yeah, later.